Good morning. I'm joined by Ian Lawson, CEO of Severfield. Ian, good morning to you.
Good morning.
So, since you became CEO in November 2013, Severfield has undergone a corporate rebranding. Behind this, what changes to the management and operations of the company have been made, and why is this?
There hasn't been much change to the management. The team that I inherited when I joined there was a very good team, a lot of very good people. Basically what it was about though was getting the right process and the operations and getting it onto a firmer footing. So we have put in a lot more structure into the business, a lot more around risk management in the business, and also making sure that people are more accountable going forward. So we've got a much better structure, which is now starting to work very well for us.
So it sounds as though you're confident of improving margins over the next 12 to 18 months.
Well, we've seen an improvement in the margins certainly over the last 12 months and particularly this last 6 months. The pipeline of work that we can see moving forward would indicate that there is sufficient work coming through for us, and therefore we envisage that margins will start to improve. We would imagine that in the current market conditions 5 to 6% is obtainable over the next 18 months, but we can expect as well, I think, that if there is further growth, which is evidenced by this strong portfolio of opportunities coming forward, then margins could increase to high single digits, sort of 10% level.
Demand for structural steelwork does seem to be improving, and what are your expectations for the industry over the next couple of years, and which of the sectors that Severfield serves do you think have the most promising prospects?
We follow the pipeline very carefully of opportunities that are coming to market, and we can see what contracts are going to be likely to come to market over the next 12 months or so. It's pleasing to see that the number of contracts at the moment is growing. The size of those contracts is also growing, so they are larger contracts. In terms of the sectors, we're seeing a real cross-section of work coming through. The commercial office building sector in London seems to be very strong at the moment. There's also a lot in the industrial distribution, the large warehouses. Also, we're seeing both in terms of transport and particularly clients such as Network Rail, who have a large portfolio of work that they wish to be completed, and then right the way through into the power and energy sector as well. So there's a real cross-section of opportunities there for us.
And will you be looking at any other markets or subsectors going forward? We
have looked at one or two other sectors that we've not worked in for some time or are new to us, particularly in the oil and gas and the transmission sectors, and we're currently looking at what the barriers to entry are of those and how we could actually see whether we could get a footing into them.
And does the company have the capacity to accommodate the growth prospects you outline?
Yeah, we do. Currently, we've been very cautious about taking up the capacity that we've actually got in the factories. We've currently got an output of about 90,000 tonnes. We could step that capacity up to 150,000 tonnes per annum, but we don't want to do that until such time as we can see that a sustainable workload moving forward. And we do that by bringing on second shifts, night shifts, or additional people. So we will do that once we can see the sustainable workload in front of us.
And on the subject of scale and growth, the Indian JV facility with JSW appears to be running much more smoothly than it originally was. What are the aspirations for this side of the business?
The aspirations are that we want to grow this business. Clearly, it wasn't sustainable to have a business that lost £3 million at the end of the last financial year. We've managed to stem those losses quite considerably in the first 6 months to a £300,000 loss. But we envisage that there's still a lot of work to do out there, particularly around the market and the sector that we work in. There's a lot of industrial work, but their margins there are very slim. It is about winning more commercial opportunities, and the commercial opportunities will come through as people recognise the benefits of steel over concrete.
So Severfield is the largest UK steelwork fabricator by quite some margin and is cash positive also. What else differentiates the company in such a competitive marketplace?
We've got 4 first-class facilities that are spread around the country in terms of our factories. The capabilities of our people certainly stands us, I think, ahead of all our competition, and that's both on the factory floor right the way through to the senior management.
It sounds as though there are good grounds for management confidence going forward.
We are confident about going forward. The pipeline and the increasing strength of the opportunities there, the available capacity that we have in our facilities, the strengthening operating performance that we've put in place, along with India starting to turn the corner, makes us feel more confident than perhaps we were.
Great. Ian, thank you very much. And if you'd like any more information on Severfield, please visit the Edison website.